The big banks were in the hot seat yesterday on Capitol Hill. Chief executives of JP Chase, Wells Fargo, and Bank of America were grilled on a wide array of issues like the state of the economy, overdraft fees, and of course that decision by the Federal Reserve to hike interest rates again. NBC News Capitol Hill correspondent Allie Raffa joins us again with more on this. So Allie, obviously we were hit with some pretty big headlines yesterday outside the halls of Congress. We had the president's glaring speech at the United Nations and that announcement from the Federal Reserve. So let's start with the Fed. What do these CEOs have to say about interest rates and really about inflation as a whole?
Yeah, Joe, a huge day for the economy yesterday, to say the least, with the Fed raising interest rates for the fifth time this year to curb inflation. And the impact of that on Americans was really front and center at this hearing by lawmakers on both sides of the aisle, really asking these CEOs of these top banking companies in this country how that is impacting Americans. So they knew they would be in the hot seat yesterday. And they indeed were. But they, regardless of that, endorsed the Fed's decision to raise interest rates, signaling that there could even be more to come. All of them raising their hands when asked whether they have confidence in the Fed's ability to tame inflation, but acknowledging that the Fed raising interest rates multiple times could tip the country into a recession. The CEO of JP Chase, his name is Jamie Dimon, actually saying that there's a 90% chance of a, quote, soft landing to avoid a recession. But he added that that's really unclear because of economic instabilities with the war in Ukraine, as well as instabilities in China, signaling that he should be, quote, prepared for the worst, Joe.
So, Allie, did the president's sharp criticisms of Russia in his United Nations speech, did that have any impact on the hearing? I mean, we know several of these banks have announced plans to withdraw their stakes in Russian oil companies. Where do those plans stand now?
So this hearing was, for the most part, pretty cordial. But on the topic of Russia and Ukraine, things got a little heated. There was one specific exchange between a California Democratic congressman and one of the CEOs of these banking companies. I want you to take a listen to that exchange.
Mr. Diamond, has J.P. Morgan cut its ties with Gazprom and Vitol?
So, first of all, I wouldn't call these loopholes. The American government, the Secretary of Treasury.
Please don't respond. I didn't ask you to respond to my editorialization. Just a specific question. Have you cut the ties to Gazprom and Vitol?
We are following the instructions of the American government as they asked us to do it.
So you are not.
I think they're doing
the
a
answer
great
is,
job.
Mr. Diamond, it's a yes or no question. You have not cut your ties to Gazprom and Vitol.
Of course, those names are the names of Russian energy companies that those lawmakers were asking whether those banking companies have cut ties with since the invasion of Ukraine. Citigroup CEO says the company is working on a plan to be able to do that, but didn't offer any more information. But these CEOs are going to get another chance to answer questions. They're appearing before the Senate Finance Committee this morning. So that's something we'll be keeping an eye on.
All right, more to come. Allie, thank you so much.
Thanks for watching our YouTube channel. Follow today's top stories and breaking news by downloading the NBC News app.